Hey racers, JonRacer3 today back again for another video, and today I don't have a tournament video for you guys, and I'm making a very highly requested video that I've gotten a lot of comments on the TikTok and the YouTube and all of the other platforms, is to showcase my collection. So this video will be a massive showcase of pretty much all of the cool cars in my collection, all the cars I have in my collection, and a lot more. There are a lot of cars here, which is probably going to mean this video is going to be long. But I'm very excited for it because I have some really cool cars, and I think you guys will enjoy seeing my collection that I've gathered over the past 5 years as well. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So there'll be a couple segments. I have my large Hot Wheels display case here where I keep all my super treasure hunts and my real riders and some other fun cars like that. And then I have a couple places where I store my cars, such as the cars you see in my videos normally. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this and go from there. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is my massive display case. I think I got this on eBay because I saw an advertisement for it on Instagram, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool, and I wanted one for my room, so I got it. That's why you can sort of see me in the reflection of the display case there. But here's what I store in my display case. So probably from like the top level here down like 4 levels, I have pretty much all of Super Treasure Hunts, all of which have some sort of fascinating story behind them. And I'll only get into some of them here in today's video. But after that, then we start getting down to some Hot Wheels real riders, some car culture cars, got some mail-ins, and then we also have some custom Hot Wheels here that have been made custom to me. And then we have some of the other weird brands of hypercars on the bottom layer. So let's go ahead and start with, oh yeah, and also there's a little display that opens with it, so you'll see me opening that a lot. But let's start off with one of my favorite Super Treasure Hunts, probably one of the most iconic ones in my collection, for me at least. We have the Plymouth Superbird. Now, the story behind this car, this was actually my first Super Treasure Hunt, technically, because back in the day, Hot Wheels used to have these collector events at Kmart's called K-Days. And if you look at my channel, I have a whole bunch of vlogs. I even have a vlog where I pulled this Super Treasure Hunt from a K-Day unboxing, and it actually wasn't me who pulled it, it was my mom. So I was able to get this from my mom. As you can see, it's number 33, which I think is just iconic when it comes to the channel. This is one of my favorite Super Treasure Hunts of all time, literally just because of the story behind it and how I got it, as my mom pulled it from a Kmart, and yeah, very cool. Now, another Super Treasure Hunt that means a lot to me is the Ferrari 599XX Super Treasure Hunt in black, as well as the one in red. Now, I bought both of these cars at the Matchbox convention, actually on different years. So the way the Matchbox convention works is you can just go around and people sell Hot Wheels that they've collected over the years. And since this was around the time that I started collecting Hot Wheels, was when this Super Treasure Hunt actually released, and I've always been huge into Ferraris. I made it a big deal when Ferrari revoked their license from Hot Wheels back in like 2015. So having a Ferrari Super Treasure Hunt from Hot Wheels was always my dream, and these things, they don't go for not much money. They're pretty expensive, especially the red version that came out first in 2012. Now, I have both of the main lines for these cars. You've probably seen me race them in my tournaments, but the Ferrari 599XX's Super Treasure Hunts are definitely the favorites in my collection, just because of back when I got into collecting, this was the Super Treasure Hunt to have. Maybe other than the Datsun 510 Super Treasure Hunt, this was the car to have, and it was very great for me to finally get this into my collection. There aren't a lot of Super Treasure Hunts that I got just at the Matchbox convention. I found some Super Treasure Hunts by myself, which doesn't happen very often because where I live, the Super Treasure Hunts are very rare because of scalpers and just because of them not being in Hot Wheels cases, because of, you know, people stealing them from the factory and stuff, which sucks. But this is one of the cars that I pulled at a Target event when there was a fresh shipper. Me, my brother, and Hot Wheels tournaments, if you guys remember him on my channel, all went there, and we all pretty much pulled Super Treasure Hunts, which was very lucky. This Porsche was an insane find. Honestly, one of my favorite cars, favorite Super Treasure Hunts for sure, just because of the paint color, which is absolutely insane. As well as I pulled this Mustang Super Treasure Hunt just at a Target when I was at Target one day. very insane find here. I wasn't expecting to find a super treasure hunt, but this is actually, I think, the last super treasure hunt that I found by myself, and this was probably back in like 2018. It was very long ago, so I haven't found a super treasure hunt in a hot minute. But that's why the super treasure hunts that I find myself mean a lot more to me than the ones that I buy at the Matchbox convention, so that's why these ones mean so much. This 4GT super treasure hunt came out when the 4GT was originally released, and I actually got it as a birthday gift from my brother. So my brother hasn't always been super into Hot Wheels like I have, but he knew that this car was one of the super treasure hunts that I wanted more than like anything, and he got one off of eBay with like a super destroyed card, you know, the cheapest he could find, because he knew I was going to open it anyway. And the 4GT is honestly one of my favorite cars, so I'm very happy that I got the super treasure hunt of this. So now it just sits in my display case, just looking magnificent. So I got this on my birthday actually a couple years ago. Like I said, all of the super treasure hunts that I've gotten have come into my life just a very long time ago, because I haven't been able to go to the Matchbox convention and I haven't found super treasure hunts in a hot minute. So this is the 4GT. And I can bore you guys all day about all of the super treasure hunts in my collection, but the final one I want to say is this Indy 500 Oval super treasure hunt. Now this is actually another K-Day super that I found at the last K-Day that I went to, because the last Kmart in the state where I live got shut down. So I knew this was going to be the last K-Day, so it was really sad, and I actually pulled the super from the case, which is absolutely sick. And I think it's very cool that it's number 33, which is the same number that was on the super that I got on my first K-Day, which was insane. And it's actually a pretty fast super treasure hunt in terms of like speed and stuff. So it's a very cool super treasure hunt. I like it a lot, and it means a lot because, you know, that 33, I guess it just shows up in super treasure hunts, you know? I'm gonna pick up the camera for this one because now that we've surpassed all of the super treasure hunts that I want to tell stories on, as you can see, I have a lot of super treasure hunts here that I have stories behind them that I haven't like discussed, other than maybe the first super treasure hunt that I found, but it's not even in like this display case. So I have a lot of those, but now I have a whole bunch of Wheel Riders here. Now, if you guys don't know what Wheel Riders are, they're pretty much Hot Wheels that come with the rubber wheels that aren't like as rare as super treasure hunts, but they just come out and they're a little more expensive than the basic model. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Wheel Riders, especially supercar ones. As you can see, most of the Wheel Riders I have are actually supercars. And then I have both of the Forza sets here, because Forza came out with a Hot Wheels premium set. They came out with a third one, but it didn't come with a box set, so I don't actually have it. But these are the sets of the Forza premium cars that have come out years ago. And then, of course, we have this notorious row of mail-ins. Now, if you guys don't know what mail-ins are, pretty much if you went to a event for Hot Wheels during a year and you bought a certain amount of cars, you were able to take the cards of the car, of the packaging, as well as their receipt, send them into Mattel, and then they will send you one of these cars here. Now, I've been collecting these over time. As you can see, they have numbers on them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't have the 5th car from this set, but there were 5 of them across this entire year. I don't remember exactly what year it is, as well as this one. You see it has the 2 there, it has the 5 there, and has the 6 there, and then we have the 3 on the side of that one, and the 5 that one, and then 4, and then 2. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of sets that I just have not completed because I didn't buy cars from every single event, and I didn't go to every single event. But these are all mail-in cars that I feel like will, you know, get better with value the, you know, later and older they get. So I'm just keeping those for now, and then they separate just some more Wheel Riders here. As you can see, there's some of the more basic cars. We have cars that I've used in my videos a lot, like the Nissan Vision 2020 Concept, as well as the Koenigsegg Agera, which is honestly one of the more expensive cars here, because Hot Wheels only made, back in the day, they only made one Koenigsegg, and it was from the Fast and Furious set, and that is where I got it. I'm very happy that I found that. And then there's some other JDM cars here, because Hot Wheels has been killing it with the Wheel Riders and the JDM cars. Hot Wheels themselves sent me these set of cars here. Actually, no, it was Matchbox that sent me these cars here, which I'm very grateful for because the set was very hard to find and it was very popular amongst the community. Now we actually have 3 custom cars here. And so the first custom car that I want to say is actually the last one that I got. It is a Ferrari FXX with some really cool Spectra Flame paint. Now I saw a creator on Instagram creating these customs and I thought they were insanely cool. So I decided to reach out saying, hey, I would love one of your customs and I'd love to shout you out. So he's like, okay, cool, bet. And then he made this custom for me, and it is one of the most beautiful cars that I've ever seen, with the red and blue, as you can see, mixing into purple with the sparkles in it. It's just such a beautiful car, and the Ferrari FXX is one of my favorite cars of all time, so I'm very happy that he got a Ferrari there in order to customize for me. Now, back when I started learning about custom cars, I wanted a wide body Ferrari 458 because people are able to make cars wide body, and when someone asked me what design I wanted, I actually designed this car in Forza Horizon 3 at the time, and I was very, very happy about it. So I'm like, hey, can you create this car as a reference? So we took the Ferrari 458, painted it blue, made it a wide body. As you can see, it's not as wide of a body as you would think, but then it has the big tail there. And it is the first custom that I have, and it's very cool. As you can see, got the custom wheels. The axles aren't very sturdy, which is why I haven't raced them, and they're very, very just fragile. So I always keep them just in my display case right there. And I got that car, and I'm like, man, I want another one. Make it even wider. But this is the same guy that created my Ferrari, created this Lamborghini Aventador, as you can see, with the 3 on it, with the black hood. And it actually chipped because it fell off of my desk one day onto the table. As you can see, there's a paint chip on the wide body of the Aventador right there as well. So as you can see, large wing, looking absolutely incredible. Love my custom cars there. And then to finish off the display case, actually, we have some of the cheaper plastic Hot Wheels, or not even Hot Wheels, they're just hypercars that I just found on eBay. They're like these, it's just Chinese Taiwan brand of cars that you usually just find on a little plastic pedestal, and then you just display them. But I decided, hey, these would be fun to race, so I bought a whole bunch of them. It came with 4 Bugattis, 4 McLarens, and 4 Paganis. Not all of them are here on display because, I don't have room for that. And then I found the Ferrari FXXK there as well. So if you guys are wondering where I got these cars, I just found them on eBay. I looked up Bugatti Vision, which is what this car is, 1/64th scale, and that's what came up. So I decided to buy a whole bunch of them, and I'm glad I did because these guys really helped me out with content. And that's pretty much covering all of the cars in my display case. Like I said, there's a lot of stories behind these cars, but maybe if you guys want to see a video about all of the stories, I can do that for you. But if not, then that is the story of what is in my display case. Now, time to move on to the next part. Right below my display case, we have my Hot Wheels Ultimate Garage, which Hot Wheels actually sent me a couple months ago, and I actually made a video on it, but I haven't posted yet. Maybe I'll post it, I don't know. I really enjoy the video. But the Hot Wheels Ultimate Garage was sent to me by Hot Wheels for helping them create a Halloween video on my TikTok. So if you guys saw that, I appreciate the support on that. And this is where I keep a whole bunch of just random miscellaneous cars. As you can see, I have my Mario Kart card collection. I decided I wanted to collect all of the Mario Kart cars when they started doing very well on my TikTok, which is why I try and get at least every single character. I don't get all of the different carts or anything, but I try and make sure that I get every single character I can. And I'm a huge fan of the standard cart, which is why most of the cars that I have are the standard cart unless I can't get them in the standard cart. So as you can see, we have Baby Mario, Shy Guy, Dry Bones, who is actually a Target exclusive and I didn't know, and Rosalina, who is a GameStop exclusive. I had to buy this one for way more money than I should have because I did not buy it when I wasn't collecting Mario Kart cars until a month or 2 ago. So I decided to invest in a Rosalina to complete my collection. So now I am up to date on every single car here, as well as some different colored Yoshis. Walmart has been selling these different colored Yoshis where you can just find them in an assortment and you can just see what color you get. I'm very, very happy about that series. And they sold a whole bunch of colors that I haven't gotten yet, as well as, I sometimes get duplicates. Like this is a green Yoshi from the Mystery series, and then this is the green Yoshi you can just find in the packaging, as you can see, with different wheels. So like I said, I'm not that much of a completionist when it comes to the Mario Kart cars because they're very expensive, and I don't feel like buying the different carts for every single Mario Kart car when they come out, because why would I do that if I already have the character? So, and then as well as on this garage is when they sent me the garage, they sent me a whole bunch of Hot Wheels ID stuff, which is why I have a whole bunch of Hot Wheels ID cars here. This is where I keep all of my Hot Wheels ID cars, and I have a lot of them. As you can see, I have some here, some here, some here, and then I even have the Acura, the Corvette, and the Lamborghini just sitting on the more storage that I have on the garage. So I use the garage as pretty much a backdrop for some of my videos, and with the Hot Wheels ID cars, I think they just look very good because of all the Spectraflame paint and everything. So these are pretty much all the Hot Wheels ID cars that I have, so I'm very happy about that, and I appreciate Hot Wheels so much for sending them to me because they're very fast and they're very fun, and hopefully I can make some more content with them here in the future. And then these two cars are just the cars that came with the Ultimate Garage, which when you race them down the track, if we can just do a little bit of a demonstration here, just go down like that, which is very cool, as you can see, down to the finish line. So that's the Hot Wheels Ultimate Garage. That's where I keep my Hot Wheels ID cars and my Mario Kart cars. But now we have to go to the main area. Welcome to my closet. This is where I keep all of the normal Hot Wheels cars that I use for my videos up there on the shelves, all in their little drawers. And let me tell you, there are a lot of cars here. So as you can see, there are just drawers that go all the way around here, and all of them are filled to the brink with cars. If you want to try and average how many cars I actually have here, each container averages, I would say, around maybe 13 or 14 cars, every drawer that is. So that means you have to multiply that by 5 for every little shelf itself, and then count how many shelves I have here, which is a lot of cars. And it's probably more than that because I jam a lot of cars into these shelves because I'm actually running out of space for my cars. Maybe I should do a giveaway, I don't know. But that's not all. On the wall across from all of them is where I keep some of my miscellaneous cars, and a lot of these have stories as well, so I'm going to go into it. As you can see with my Matchbox display case here, I have a lot of Matchbox cars as well as NASCAR cars, which I keep because they don't really fit in my other display case, as well as I don't want to just like throw them in a drawer for, you know, video content purposes. My dad actually made these old Hot Wheels like holders for when he was younger for all of his cars, so I decided to use them and then just hang them up here, which I think they look great up here, and they do a very good job holding like my super fast Matchbox, other Matchbox, and all that. So let's get into the cars that are actually here. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff still carded in its packaging. That's because I don't really like want to open them yet, because all of these cars, these are cars from right now in 2021 that are like just coming out, and I want to save them just in case I have a like content idea for them and I want to like make some cool content with them. So that's why here they're just hanging up on the wall, as well as I have these protectors, which if I want to have a car in a protector so I don't like unbox it or anything, that's what they are for, so the packaging doesn't get crumpled or anything, because the cards of these cars can sometimes get a little creased. So if I want to have a car that I keep just pristine, I put them in the protector, and that's why all the protectors are empty, because I have not found cars recently. Because I used to order all of the cars case by case. If you guys knew my channel, I would order all of the Hot Wheels per case, so I would never miss anything. But now that I don't do that anymore, I am having to look at Hot Wheels at the store just like everyone else. So that's what these cars are, and let's start over here. These are all my pop culture cars. TikTok really loves the pop culture cars, so that's why I just have them out and very accessible, just in case I want to grab, you know, different cars here. As you can see, that these are a lot of cars. These cars are, like I said, loved by TikTok so much, so if I ever just want to make like a TikTok with these cars, these are a good car to use because people just like love them all. Like we have the Mystery Machine, we have the Halo Warthogs. I have a couple Warthogs actually. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, which I actually bought for TikTok Cup Season 2, primarily for that reason, because people were requesting it. Octane from Rocket League, and a whole bunch of other things. And below it, we have my Legacy cars. If you guys watch my Legacy series, then spoiler alert, this is the result. As you can see, we have first place all the way down to last place of the Legacy series, because these are all of the champions of my channel. I didn't feel like putting them back in the containers, because I will want to eventually make a Hall of Fame video and give a story for all of these cars, because honestly, just all of the races that I've done on my channel have been absolutely incredible, and there's so much just like personality behind these cars. I think it's insane. So that's why all of these cars are sitting here, because these are the cars that raced in my Legacy series. Now let's move from that over to the Matchbox. Starting on top, we have my Matchbox dinner models. Now at the Matchbox convention every year Hot Wheels comes out with these convention models. As you can see, we have 15, 16 on the Ford there, 17, and then 18, because this was, last year was supposed to be the 18th Matchbox convention. And I can get into the Matchbox convention stuff a lot, but pretty much the way it works, you buy a ticket, you go to the dinner, they give you a dealer model. These are very exclusive cars that you cannot find anywhere else, and if you're one of the first people to buy the tickets, you get an exclusive car. Now, the first 3 years that I went there, like physically, I wasn't one of the first like 75 people to purchase a ticket, so I pretty much just got the base model. We have the Nissan Skyline there, we have the Ford truck there, and then we also have the wagon here. And like I said, the differences in the models is the wagon that was super exclusive was green, the Ford that was super exclusive was like silver, and I actually don't remember the variation on the Nissan. But in 2020, I actually managed to get the tickets early, and I got the first 75. Now, of course, COVID hit, and I wasn't able to go to the Matchbox convention, but the deal model was a BMW 2002, and as you can see on the tops of the car, you have the 18 for the Matchbox 18th convention, which was absolutely insane. But at least I got it, but I wasn't even able to go. Now, there are even dealer models. If you have a dealer table, you can buy a dealer model, but I don't have any of those, so I won't go into depth about that. And then a lot of these cars are just Matchbox cars that I found at the Matchbox convention or at a Target or whatever. These Matchbox cars are they're very, very, very cool. So like this car, for example, was given to me by my good friend Jim at the Matchbox convention. As you can see, it's the second annual Matchbox convention car, and it's actually a Hot Wheel, which is actually really funny, but I just keep that on display. Just like that, we have my Ford, what is this called? The 1933 Ford Coupe that was given to me by Abe Lugo, the head designer of Matchbox, and he even signed it on the back for me there. He gave one to me and Hot Wheels Tournaments, and this car means a lot to me because I just think it's so cool that the head Matchbox designer signed that thing. That's something I will never be giving away. As well as these two cars here. This is a pre-production model of the Audi R8 LMS. I think this was really cool because at the convention you can find a whole bunch of just pre-production models like that, because this is the car that was at the factory that Hot Wheels was looking at. I was like, yeah, okay, maybe we should, change a couple things on it. So it was for sale at the convention, so I decided to buy it, and it's really cool because this car only came out with wheel riders, and this car doesn't have wheel riders, which is very cool, as well as the colors kind of remind me of Spider-Man. And I don't know, I love the GT car, so it was cool to have a pre-production model of that. And then this is the Bugatti Divo that Matchbox actually sent to me to raise hype for the casting. As you can see, there's a little dot on the bottom there. That was just like put there for the people to be like, all right, we're gonna send this out to John so he can make content from it. So I'm like, man, that's really cool. So I never raced this thing. This thing is just straight as they gave me after the review video. And that's really cool. And then all of these cars are Matchbox Superfast, which usually have some rubber wheels. These cars are like German exclusive. That's a Matchbox, that's a Hot Wheels. As you can see, they never came out in this color, so they're kind of a bit of a custom. These are cars that I found at the Matchbox convention, which I'm pretty sure are pre-production models of Matchbox cars. We have the Mazda MX-5, I believe. RX-7, sorry, not MX-5. Got the RX-7 in blue there, and then the Supra in gold. Now, the blue Mazda, actually, one of my friends from the Matchbox convention, his name was Ezra. I did a podcast episode with him a while ago. He actually really wanted this blue one, but I did as well, and he let me purchase it, and I never forgot that because this is such a cool car just to have in my collection, as well as the Supra. The Supra is just really cool, and I love the rubber Goodyear wheels on it because, like I said, Matchbox didn't come out with these, so it was cool to have something so exclusive in my collection. And then here we have my NASCAR cars. Obviously, I'm a Kyle Busch fan, although this isn't Kyle Busch, this is Bobby Labonte, but I found it at the Matchbox convention. It was 18. Like, hey, that's pretty cool. So we have a Kyle Busch car here that I got a very, very long time ago. As you can see, it's the car of the future with the wing on it, and it's got the rubber wheels, so it's very premium. And then we have the NASCAR Champion 2015, the car Kyle Busch won the championship with, which is absolutely insane. And then we also have just the regular Kyle Busch M&M's Camry there. Now, I haven't updated my NASCAR cars in a while, but I plan to once they get the new generation on them, and so on. So then we have some more Matchbox Superfast. These are some 50th anniversary Superfast, which is why they're all gold, which is very cool. Got my GoPro car. Got a car that I customized at the Target event. Like I said, this is actually the same casting ish that I got my Super Treasure Hunt from on the same day, and we had to design them for the video and race them at Target, which is really cool. And this is also another exclusive that I got at the convention. These cars I will not say because I don't want to spoil anything. Anyway, I have boxes upon boxes upon boxes of Hot Wheels that I just have not opened, and they're still in their packaging. As you can see, all of these cars underneath my clothes are still just cars that I don't have physical room for. I literally do not have room for these cars, so they're just in boxes underneath my like all of my closet, all of my storage. I don't think I'm going to go into those for this video, but if you guys want to see me go into those videos, please like this video and show me that you want it, because I would definitely do that. And as you can see, we have even more cars up here that I actually should probably tell the story for. This car right here is a Mercedes-Benz 6x6 designed by Michael Giralda, who is one of the main designers for Matchbox. He was selling these cars exclusively during the 2019 Matchbox convention as well. I got 2 of them. The one of like 200 in the world, and it was very, very cool. So I have one unboxed and one still in its packaging up there. I found this Camaro at the Matchbox convention as well. Most of my collector stuff I actually find at the Matchbox convention, which sucks that it was canceled last year, but I'm very happy I'm still able to go. This is a very detailed premium 2013 Hot Wheels Chevy Camaro. Hot Wheels always does stuff with the Camaros, but this blue Camaro, when it came out as a main line, I actually had it as a kid. And it was one of my favorite cars, so I'm glad I actually have a display version of that car as well. And then we just have some ships that Hot Wheels has come out with in the past as well. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I have a whole bunch of just like cars. We have like JDM cars, JDM cars, JDM cars. We have Ferrari there, Lamborghini there. We have McLaren, Mercedes, Pagani, and my Bugattis and other hypercars in there. We have my British cars like Aston Martin, Lotus, Bentley in here. German cars, we got Porsche all the way through here. We got Volkswagen, we have Subaru, we have Renault, we have BMW all the way through here. We have Audi on the bottom. And then right here we have Dodge, as well as over here we have more Dodges. This is mainly just for like the Chargers and the newer cars, and these are some of the older cars. Then we have more Fords here. We got Ford GTs, and then I got the hatchbacks as well as like the Escorts and stuff here. Even more Fords, but these are mostly trucks. And then we have Hot Wheels police cars. Then we have other cars like Datsuns and DeLoreans. And then even more, we have Fords. We got the Ford Mustangs here. These are newer Mustangs. These are older Mustangs. We got more Corvettes here. Got some Chevrolet here, some older Chevrolet here, and then some miscellaneous stuff like Range Rover and AMC and, you know, like all of the other Plymouths and, you know, stuff like that in there, which I don't really use. But that is pretty much all of, like, that's how my cars are sorted. And, with them being so super high, like on this platform, it's hard for me to reach up and grab the cars for the videos, which I actually think is pretty neat. So it really puts me in for some work when I want to film some of these videos. But these are the cars up here, and then to finally end it off, this is my temporary area. These are some cars that I just have temporarily here. I don't usually buy the haulers, but I saw this Lancia hauler and I knew I had to buy it. It had the number 3 on the sides, and it was Golf, and it was a Lancia, so I'm like, hey, might as well buy it. These are some Yoshi eggs that I have from those Yoshi cars that you saw in the past over there, as well as the Nissan GTR RC car that I want to experiment with a lot more because I have not. And it's very cool, so I would like to experiment more with that. And this is actually some giveaway stuff that I'm going to be doing on my TikTok here soon, so keep your eye out on the TikTok. I have a Jesco, I have an RC Cybertruck, and I'm going to be getting a lot more cars for the giveaway, because once I hit 4 million or 5 million, I haven't decided, followers on TikTok, that's when I'm going to be doing the giveaway. I haven't announced it yet, so that you're getting a first sneak peek here if you're watching this video all the way through. So like I said, it's almost impossible. Focus. So like I said, it's almost impossible for me to give stories about every single car that I've ever owned ever. Plus I have a lot of cars still in boxes. So if you want a part 2 of this video, make sure to like and subscribe and just share it so I know you guys actually enjoyed this, because man, I feel like I've been talking for a while because I have so many cars that just have so many stories. I want to dive deeper into that on this channel, but I don't know if that's what you guys want to watch, but it's definitely what I want to do. So if you guys want to see more videos like that, make sure to like the video, and that's my collection. If you guys want me to go more in depth on like anything, just leave comments down below. I'll be answering your comments there, and yeah, I'm glad I got to do this video for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.